Welcome to the podcast, where a passion meets purpose and limits are challenged. I'm your host, Eleonora Gendelman. Let's start bending reality. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine what it feels like to already have everything you have ever wanted. Not wishing for it, not chasing it, not asking for it, but already having it. Notice the difference. The moment you shift from "I hope" to "it's already done," something inside your body softens. Your shoulders drop, your breath becomes deeper, your heart stops pleading and begins to know. That shift, that quiet certainty is the real secret. Yet most of us spend our entire lives searching for it outside ourselves. We were trained to react to what we see. If the bank account is low, we worry. If the opportunity hasn't appeared, we hesitate. If no one praises us, we begin to doubt ourselves. In other words, we let the outer world define who we are. But that is letting the shadow control the source. The external world is only an echo. It is a delayed reflection of the states we have already accepted inside ourselves. So, if you want a new reflection, you must first change your state of consciousness. You must become the version of you who already has what you desire. Acting as if you have everything does not mean pretending in some forced or theatrical way. It does not mean repeating empty affirmations while fear still sits heavy in your chest. It means inwardly stepping into the state of fulfillment so fully that your thoughts, your reactions, and your expectations naturally begin to shift. It means you no longer see life through the lens of lack. You see life from the perspective of already having. Think about how you behave when you truly own something. You don't chase it. You don't obsess about it. You don't lie awake wondering if it will arrive. There is calm, there is certainty, there is a quiet confidence. You don't check the mailbox every 5 minutes for something that is already in your hand. This is the mindset of fulfillment. Yet many people attempt to manifest while internally shouting, "Where is it? Why hasn't it happened? When will it come?" But the moment that question appears, it reveals the truth. They are still identified with not having. And the world faithfully reflects that inner assumption. The law is neutral. It does not respond to your words. It responds to your state of being. If you feel poor, life will produce experiences that confirm poverty. If you feel unloved, your attention will find signs of rejection everywhere. If you feel blessed, life begins quietly reorganizing itself to match that belief. So the first step is simple. Stop trying to get and start being. Ask yourself, who would I be if everything were already resolved? If money were abundant, how would I walk? If love were secure, how would I speak? If success were guaranteed, how would I think? Notice the feeling of that version of you. There is ease, there is dignity, there is patience. That version of you is not begging life. Life responds to them. Acting as if begins in imagination. But imagination is not fantasy. It is the workshop where reality is designed. Every invention, every building, every relationship existed there first. When you vividly imagine something and accept it as true, you plant a seed in the only place creation actually happens: consciousness. The outer world is simply the harvest. So each day, withdraw your attention from what is missing and enter the scene where your desire is already fulfilled. See yourself already being congratulated. Feel the handshake. Hear the words, "I'm so proud of you." Feel the ring on your finger, the key in your pocket, the peace in your heart, whatever it is for you. And here's the true key. Feel it as real as possible. Feeling is the language of creation. Thoughts create images, but feelings give the command. When you feel something deeply, you impress it into the subconscious mind. And the subconscious does not argue or question. It simply expresses what it has been given. When you feel wealthy, your thinking changes. You stop counting every penny. You stop expecting disaster. Your mind opens to opportunities that were invisible before. When you feel loved, you stop clinging and chasing. And strangely enough, people are drawn to you because you radiate completeness instead of need. When you feel successful, you take bold action. You stop hesitating, and life responds to that certainty. Acting as if is not about fooling the world. It is about convincing yourself. We might ask, how can I feel rich when my wallet is empty? But that question reveals the deeper problem. You are still allowing the mirror to define the face. You are waiting for the world to change before you change. But the law works in the opposite direction. You must dare to assume first. You must have the courage to feel abundance even when nothing outside confirms it. That is faith, not blind belief in something far away, but loyalty to an inner state even when appearances disagree. The world may shout that nothing has changed, but you quietly know the seed has already been planted, and every seed takes time to break through the soil. So while the world rearranges itself, you do not wait anxiously. You live from the end. You wake up grateful. You speak with confidence. You make decisions as someone who knows they are supported by life. Instead of saying, "When this happens, then I will be happy," you reverse it. You say, "I am happy now, and therefore it must unfold." That reversal carries enormous power. Start observing your daily reactions. If a small bill triggers fear, pause and ask yourself, would the version of me who already has everything respond like this? If jealousy appears, ask yourself, would someone who knows they are blessed feel threatened? If you rush or panic, ask yourself, would someone who trusts life behave this way? And then gently shift. Not through force, but through remembering who you are choosing to be. Because acting as if also means speaking differently to yourself. Your inner conversations shape reality far more than external actions ever could. If you constantly rehearse failure in your mind, you are practicing the wrong play. Instead, begin hearing people congratulating you. Begin hearing yourself say, "Everything always works out for me." Let those conversations become normal, because what feels normal eventually becomes real. At first, it may feel like pretending. That's okay. Every new identity feels unfamiliar at the beginning. When you first learned to walk, you stumbled. When you first learned to write, your hand shook, probably, but repetition made it natural. The same process applies here as well. Stay loyal to the new state. Eventually, it will feel more real than the old one ever did. And something beautiful happens when you truly live as if you already have everything. You stop needing everything. A deep sense of contentment appears. You realize the feeling you were chasing was available within you all along. And paradoxically, once you stop clinging, life begins flowing towards you with ease, because life responds to wholeness. Need pushes things away. Fulfillment draws them closer. So, Walk through your day like someone who belongs in their life. Not arrogant, but certain. Sit like you belong where you are. Speak like your voice matters. Dream as though nothing is impossible. Treat yourself with the same respect you would give someone already successful. Care for your body. Organize your environment. Handle small tasks with excellence. These quiet actions send a message to your subconscious. I already am the person who has it all. And the world must eventually agree. If this spoke to you and you're ready to close the gap between where you are and where you truly want to be, I invite you to book a complimentary exploratory coaching session with me. This is a space for us to look at what may be holding you back, what you really desire, and how we can begin moving you towards the life you want to live. You will find the booking link in the show notes. If you found this episode valuable, please rate, review, and share with someone who would benefit as well. Thank you for choosing yourself, doing the work, and creating change. Keep living with purpose.